Hello and welcome back to Two-Headed Chimaera Dream Daddy Dating Simulator. My name is Damien.
I'm Annie.
And of course we have the wonderful Australian Shepherd Archie with us as well. One day there will be a face reveal for him. We don't know when. But we're about to take our relationship with Hugo to the next level. At least as far as affinity goes.
Alright. Oh, I didn't click the message.
Let's hit him up. Let's be needy. Oh.
Whoa.
So we can save and continue in case we fuck up.
Okay.
Grow your own vegetables. It's cheaper, I think.
Lay down. Alright. What? Why? What? Okay. Ever since the first night at Charcuterie Pies, Hugo and I made a point out of weekly visits to trivia night. Our already like it's 1999 has come in first place ever since, despite Provolone 2 Lost in New York's continual efforts to dethrone us. I've been able to do a complete overhaul of the interior of my car thanks to all of the Phil's Auto Care gift cards we've received.
That's David's dream.
Air fresheners, car chargers, you name it, Amanda's riding in the lap of luxury. Aside from the trivia nights, I don't actually get to see Hugo a lot. The end of the school year is coming up, and he seems to be having a lot of trouble dealing with the stress of teaching. I should do something nice for him. Maybe help him take his mind off of screaming teenagers. Books? He really likes books. But I would have no idea where to even start with that. He probably reads more books in a month than I've read in the past year. I know that he's really into wrestling, but he's been reluctant to talk about it since he showed me his wrestling room. I know he's kind of shy about it, but maybe. Whatever. Let's roll the dice. I think I have a plan.
And we're back. We had to pause the episode for a minute. Dogs need a potty break.
I apologize about that.
Oh yeah, this guy. Hey, all right, folks. Looks like we finally have the points tallied and we're ready to announce our winner. You know who else is a winner? Me, because I finally just seen how beautiful and loving my wife is.
A few weeks ago, all of the regulars staged an intervention for Quizmaster Quinn. We sat down in a circle and told him that we wanted to see him be better and love himself. He agreed to start going to couples therapy with his wife, and last time he told us that they adopted a dog together.
I love you forever, my Quizmaster Queen.
I can't tell which version of Quizmaster Quinn I prefer.
There were things to like and dislike about both, huh? And the winner is, for the fourth week in a row, Havarti like it's 1999.
Ooh. Are these the only dates we go on with Hugo? It's just...
Went to the aquarium.
Oh, I guess so, yeah. But that was a field trip.
It was intimate.
Hugo and I cheers our small slices of camembert, and I go up to accept our gift card along with an uncomfortably long hug from Quizmaster Quinn.
May Havarti likes 1999's reign be as long and wonderful as my marriage to my beautiful wife.
Oh. We make our celebratory round of high fives to the rest of the teams and sit down to finish our cheese board, savoring every last bit of Peruta with pesto and slices of tomato. Hey, I got a surprise for you.
For me?
Yes, and for once it isn't more cheese.
Well, if you think you can somehow top that, be my guest.
I pull out a book that I have been carefully hiding in one of my pockets and slide it over to Hugo.
Oh.
Hugo picks up the book and reads the title aloud.
Harry Butt's Crapper Keeper?
I'm sorry, what? I wanted to get you a book, but I figured you probably already owned every classical piece of literature, so I thought this would be fun for when you're pooping. Hugo laughs. You should flip through it. Hugo looks up at me and raises his eyebrow after flipping through a couple pages. He finally comes across the small gift I strategically hid inside.
You're kidding me.
Hugo looks around, worried that he made a scene. He leans in.
You're kidding me.
Hugo pulls out the wrestling tickets I hid inside of the Crapper Keeper.
This is to the World Federation of Wrestling's Power Slam series.
Oh, that's such a good gift. You've been working so hard lately, I thought you'd like them.
Like them?
Oh.
I love this. Thank you. But wait, there's 2.
Yeah, I figured we could go together.
Whoa.
You'd go with me?
Heck yeah. I'd need you to explain the finer points of wrestling to me, though. Hugo gets up, walks around the table, and effortlessly picks me up in a big bear hug. Has he been this strong the whole time?
Thank you.
I let out a little squeak to sort of say, you're welcome. It's cute. Oh, look how cute
Look at
he
this
is.
fit.
Oh my god, what a nerd.
The t-shirt tucked into the belt.
Yes. Honestly, it's a vibe.
He looks like light-skinned Napoleon Dynamite.
But he's so tall.
So is Napoleon Dynamite.
What?
Yeah, he's tall. He's like super tall and lanky.
Is he?
Yeah. Are you thinking of Pedro?
Maybe.
Who's like the short Mexican dude. Vote for Pedro.
I don't know. It's the night of the Power Slam. Hugo shows up at my doorstep in a loud, oversized wrestling tee. It is loud. I'll give you that. He's a little...
Did that say genuine wrestle boy?
Yeah, I think so. It says Pablo Escobar.
Escobar.
That's kind of funny, actually.
That's awesome. Genuine wrestle boy.
He's a little blushy and extremely cute.
I wonder if that's a wrestling joke that David would know.
Maybe. It's like Pablo Escobar.
No, I'm talking about the genuine wrestle boy.
Oh. Okay. I thought you were talking about the...
No, I got the Pablo
Playoff.
Escobar part.
Okay.
It's all good.
We drive about an hour to another city for the big event. Hugo spends the entire ride teaching me the basics of wrestling and the terminology I need to know. So, it's fake, right?
Well, yes and no. While wrestling in the act of hurting another wrestler is fake, the work requires remarkable athleticism and oftentimes results in actual injury. Those people are getting hurt, sure, but not in the way we led to believe. Historically, wrestling as we know it today was created by carnival workers to fix gambling, and the people who actually believed it to be real would bet on these matches and were called marks. Wrestling is literally just soap opera for, like, really loud men.
It is.
And women.
Yeah.
That we know that is technically fake, but still choose to suspend our disbelief makes us smarks. Smart marks.
So, I should be watching this for the acrobatics?
And the tension, and the drama, and even the storylines. I think that anyone or anything or anyone can tell a good story. You just have to look for the story. Even something like what we're about to experience will tell a phenomenal, sometimes understated story, despite the ridiculous premise.
Wow.
What?
I just really wouldn't have pegged you for a huge wrestling fan.
Nobody does. I get it. I'm the button-down teacher type. I like poetry and art history. I write dissertations on heavy tomes by Russian authors for fun. But I like wrestling. It's a big part of who I am because it's considered kind of low-brow, I feel like I can't share it with anyone or with anybody because they'll just make fun of me.
Till now? Hugo smiles to himself.
Till now.
Hey.
Aww. Hugo and I...
Wow, an empty place.
Yeah. Hugo and I enter the stadium and are directed to the upper level after grabbing some snacks. We make our way up the set of stairs. The further up we go, the more my heart sinks. I had thought we had gotten good seats, but by this point the ring looks like a postage stamp. Finally settle into our spots and wait for the match to start.
That's what Jumbotrons are for.
I'm sorry. I thought I got us tickets on the lower level. I look over to Hugo, who apparently didn't even hear me. He's vibrating with excitement.
This is so cool.
I guess he doesn't mind.
I have to admit I've been too embarrassed to come to one of these since I was a kid.
Oh, what's there to be embarrassed about? Everyone here loves wrestling. Plus, who are we gonna see that we know? We're like an hour out of Maple Bay.
Jonathan.
Never
Or
say
Joseph.
that.
I'm gonna say Joseph.
You think Joseph?
I bet Joseph. I guess you're right. Joseph or Robert?
I'm thinking Robert.
Or Joseph and Robert.
Maybe they
Scandalous.
came together.
Scandalous.
Oh, the drama. So what do we have to look forward to tonight?
Oh man, the lineup is stacked. All the matches are going to be great. But the one I'm really looking forward to is the Eastern Dragons match.
The Eastern Dragon?
I was going to say, what if the Eastern Dragon was Craig? Yeah, he used to wrestle as Pablo Escobar, but I guess he eventually had to change it.
Oh.
Wrestler names are weird. He's actually an Iranian guy from Utah. So he's definitely not Craig.
Oh, so that's what's your shirt's from? That's what's your shirt's from?
That's what it's from. Yep. I've been following the guy since his debut in an indie wrestling league, and it's been amazing to see him rise through the ranks and into the professionals.
Who's he up against?
The corporate shill. Technique-wise, I don't think he's that good of a wrestler, and I don't even think the fans like him. Certainly an interesting character, though.
Yes.
The stadium lights dim and the crowd starts screaming. Butt rock blasts through the sound system and some pyrotechnics set off around the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen of the sold-out crowd of the Mill Creek, Massachusetts, who's ready to power slam?
Hugo and I scream. Ah!
Is that your monster? Is that like your monster truck scream?
Yeah.
Gravedigger!
Gravedigger's the best, right?
Yeah, Gravedigger and the Bulldozer.
Mm-hmm.
Was that what it's called?
I think so.
Something like that. My mom loved those too.
I haven't been to one of those shows in a very
So
long
long.
time.
I can't.
Like 10 years.
I can't handle the noise anymore.
Yeah.
I'm 28 years old. Okay.
We watched two wrestlers, the Southern Dandy and Johnny Snowman, walk out to even more butt rock. The Southern Dandy mixes and drinks a mint julep in the ring before the match. The crowd eats it up.
The Southern Dandy's from Maine.
Is Johnny Snowman not from the North Pole?
He's from Georgia, actually.
After a long match, Johnny Snowman, who dressed up like a muscular elf, does what Hugo calls a German suplex on the Southern Dandy. Suplex, not slurp.
Kill him, Johnny. I love that hit.
Kill him, Johnny.
I feel like the last answer might really get Hugo pumped.
You think? I
Yeah.
feel like this one would be good too, though. I don't know what's happening, but this is amazing.
The last one, though, just like show how you're into it now. Hopefully, unless he likes Johnny, that's a problem, but...
He liked it. Did you see what that guy did to the other guy's face? Is he okay? Are they gonna be okay?
Wrestling is a sport of communication. All of these guys train together to know not only how to perform moves, but how to respond to them. It allows them to look like they're being hurt, but only being kind of hurt.
The crowd cheers as Johnny Snowman pins the Southern Dandy and is announced as the winner. The next match features a wrestler named Generation Y2K, who comes out looking like a hipster barista. He takes selfies with fans on the way up to the ring and pauses after every one to post it into Instagram. He's really playing up the millennial thing, huh?
He's sort of the boogeyman to old-timer wrestling fans.
His opponent, the old-timer, walks out. Oh. The crowd seems to be divided in who they're rooting for. The old-timer pulls some pretty sweet moves after he takes out a walking cane from under the stage and beats Generation Y2K over the head with Up against the ropes, Generation Y2K blinds the old-timer with the flash on his camera phone and is able to pin him to win the match. He takes his celebratory selfie with his unconscious opponent. I'm sorry, that's so funny. During a break, Hugo and I leave to get refills from the concession stands. We wind our way through clusters of wrestling fans to get to the line.
So what do you think so far? I'm feeling it's actually really cool.
I'm actually feeling that as well. This is amazing. Why didn't I get into wrestling sooner? You know, I'm kind of surprised. I was sort of expecting the crowd to just be a bunch of aggressive, sweaty older guys, but it's so diverse. I've seen a bunch of families with their kids. Everyone looks super happy to be here.
Oh, yeah, that's how I got into wrestling. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me and my brothers to matches all the time.
There's one gaggle of kids loitering in a corner that are exceptionally loud, even over the din of the stadium. Looking closer, I can't help but feel like these kids seem familiar. Oh God, I know these kids. They're Hugo's students. So don't turn around when I tell you this, but some of your students are here. Hugo immediately tenses up.
Oh my God, I can't let them see me here. They'll never listen to me ever again.
I knew we were going to run into somebody, but his students, I don't know.
That makes sense.
I positioned myself between the kids and Hugo, hoping that I can act as a human shield. I glance over at the group of children again. I recognize that Colin kid kicks one of his friends in the shins and laughs.
What a dick.
Man, that Colin kid is a piece of work.
Colin? If he sees me here, he'll never let it go. He's a master manipulator.
Damn. We have to get back to the relative safety of our spots. Of our seats.
What's the plan? Sneaking mission.
I feel like it's a sneaking mission.
That or a create a diversion.
I feel like creating a diversion is going to get us caught.
That's fair. Go with sneaking mission.
We gotta be sneaky if we're gonna get back in the ring unscathed. How quiet are you?
I've gotten pretty good at sneaking up on students who are texting under their desks during class, so I can be pretty quiet if need be.
Perfect. We just need to find some cover to hide behind
Lowered.
as we navigate back to our seats.
Where to? Merchandise rack, duck under snack counter, quick inside of my shirt. I feel like if you duck under the snack counter, like you might get yelled at. So
I'm feeling hide behind merchandise rack. Hugo, blend in with the other t-shirts.
What?
Just follow my lead. I stand as still as I can next to all of the merchandise, still as some would say a mannequin. Without turning my head and while remaining as motionless as possible, I speak to Hugo. I think it's working. Hugo and I sit down and breathe a huge sigh of relief.
Phew, that was close.
Now we can hide out for the rest of the night and enjoy ourselves in the comfort of anonymity within a large crowd. The lights dim again.
This is the match we've been waiting for.
Hell yeah. The corporate shill walks out to elevator music. He's wearing a 3-piece suit and sunglasses. Once he gets to the ring, he takes off his sunglasses and rips the sleeves off his suit jacket, flexing his arms for the crowd. One of the people from his entourage produces a graph chart and sets it up in the center of the ring.
This guy is basically the IRS dude that was back in the day.
The IRS dude.
He was literally called like the IRS. He was like his whole thing was he could do taxes, but he was like jacked.
Was he a wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know anything about wrestling. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I've seen what he looks like.
The corporate shill grabs a microphone. I want to be him. I want to be the corporate
shill. I'm going to be the Eastern Dragon.
Yeah. I got a message for the Eastern Dragon. If you'll refer to the graph in the center of the ring, you'll see a quarterly projection of how much I'm about to kick your ass. The whole crowd erupts. Now, if you'll direct your attention to the Jumbotron, sorry. We all look up at the PowerPoint presentation titled Kicking the Eastern Dragon's Ass, Key Performance Indicators. The corporate shill takes a laser pointer and gives a lengthy presentation on just how and why he'll defeat the Eastern Dragon. He showcases several well-utilized clip art graphics. That was informative. The lights dim again and pan flute music plays. I think it's a pan flute. I'm actually not sure if I know what a pan flute sounds like. The Eastern Dragon walks out to cheers from the crowd. Aren't pan flutes a Central America thing? Hugo shrugs.
Wrestling.
The Eastern Dragon stands outside the ring and grabs a microphone.
For a second, I thought about doing like a really offensive Eastern accent.
Ew, why?
Because he's playing somebody from the East.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, hello, Corporate Shield. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Corporate Shield, it's nice to see you again.
More cheers from the crowd.
That was a good presentation. The clip art was a very nice touch.
He points to the corporate shill menacingly.
I'm looking forward to a nice and exciting match.
The crowd doesn't really know what to do here.
He's not the best at trash talk, but I promise he's one of the most talented wrestlers you'll ever see.
The match starts, and it's just as exciting as Hugo had hyped it up to be. The Eastern Dragon performs some ridiculous aerial stunts that make me concerned for his safety. He does what Hugo calls a moonsault from the top rope onto the corporate shill. The air in the stadium is electric as these two athletes lock arms and try to demolish one another. I can't help but get into it. The corporate shill pile drives the Eastern Dragon, who looks passed out in the center of the ring. He climbs up to the top rope and motions to the cheering crowd.
Oh no, he's about to do his finishing move. The corporate ladder.
Not the corporate ladder.
Not the corporate ladder.
Oh god. The corporate shill poses at the top of the ropes. The Eastern Dragon still isn't moving. Could this be the end of his young career? Get up, Eastern Dragon.
You can do it, Eastern Dragon.
The corporate shill launches off the top rope in a huge arch. He brings his elbow down on the Eastern Dragon with the full force of a Fortune 500 company putting local vendors out of business. That's terrible. The corporate shill pins the Eastern Dragon, and the match ends. Hugo sinks into his chair.
I don't know.
No. Man, he should have won that.
I sit down with Hugo. What a match.
Oh.
It was amazing.
I think I'm a fan of wrestling now. Hugo looks over to me and our eyes catch.
I'm glad.
The event goes on. And
He does not look glad. He looks like this was the worst.
The event goes on and we have a little downtime before the next match. We decide to just relax in our seats to avoid the middle schoolers. It's unlikely they would ever notice us in the upper level nosebleeds. I look up at the Jumbotron. Oh hey, they're doing the kiss cam thing.
Oh?
It zooms in on a bunch of cute couples who all do a quick smooch to Ruckus? Ruckus? What is that? Ruckus? What is that?
Ruckus.
Ruckus? Cheers from the crowd. Aw, that's so nice.
Uh-oh.
And then it zooms in on Hugo and I. What? What do I do here? I look over to Hugo and see the same mortified expression on his face. The entire crowd is chanting and neither of us know what to do.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you want me to look it up? I can look it up.
See, protect Hugo's identity and give the crowd what they want. Like, if we had known how Hugo was feeling from the way he was looking, I would feel more confident about making this decision, but I definitely don't want to ignore it, so that's out of the question.
During day, dating another Hugo third date. Like, this is the choice. Right? Like, this is why you save.
You think so?
Yeah. Okay, date 3.
I'm leaning.
Give the crowd what they want.
Okay, I was leaning towards protect Hugo's identity, but I wanted to do give the crowd what they
Protect
want.
your identity gives you hearts. But give the crowd what they want.
I slowly lean in, awkwardly tilting my head. Cheers from the crowd erupt all around me. I look back up to the Jumbotron and see a couple behind us making out with full force. Oh. Hugo and I turn beet red. See, did you see?
I saw the eggplants.
You saw the eggplants! And slink back into our chairs.
So much for laying low, I guess.
The rest of the match thankfully goes off without incident. Hugo and I eventually laugh off the kiss cam and get back into wrestling. So did they kiss or no?
Did they kiss?
Right? After the show ends, he convinces me to hang back and let the rest of the crowd exit so that we wouldn't risk running into Colin and his awful group of friends. By the time Hugo and I walk back to his car, most of the wrestling fans have cleared out. The parking lot is surprisingly empty, save for a beat-up car parked a few spots down from us. We warily keep an eye out for any stray middle schoolers as we hang out by my car. Excuse me, sorry. Man, that was an experience.
Right? It's one thing to watch on TV, but to be there in person is just wow. Thank you again. I would have never gotten to experience this if it weren't for you.
It's just me and Hugo in front of the car in an empty parking lot. I look down. Kind of funny about the kiss cam, huh?
Yeah, it was super funny.
But neither of us are smiling. We look into each other's eyes and I can feel a warmth radiating from my cheeks. We stare at each other for just a little bit too long.
Hey, cool shirt!
I turn around to see a guy in a hoodie and basketball shorts walking up to us. Duffel bag slung over his shoulder. Way to ruin the moment.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
Sweet Manchego.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got it from a trade with this guy from streetsmarts.net. I love that website. Someone always posts these awesome super detailed breakdowns of the matches in the indie circuit. Have you seen those? The name's like something JD Slaminger. Yeah, that's him. Those are my write-ups. You're JD Slaminger? You're kidding. Oh man, I'm such a huge fan of your work. It's so nice to meet you.
The man vigorously shakes Hugo's hand.
I'm honored. Man, I wish I could stay in chat. I have so many questions, but I'll PM you on the forums if you ever want to talk shop. Absolutely.
The man starts walking away. Hugo coughed nervously to get his attention again.
Is there any chance you could sign my shirt?
Oh, the guy turns around and beams.
Sure thing.
Wait. It all finally clicks into place for me. You're the Eastern Dragon? I love your work.
Thank you, man.
The Eastern Dragon signs Hugo's shirt, waves goodbye, and walks to his car. I stand there with my mouth open the entire time. That was the Eastern Dragon.
Yes.
He likes my work.
Dude, you're like friends with the Eastern Dragon now.
He's gonna PM me.
Hugo and I high five. He's so excited he's shaking. Fuck. I think you were Colin.
I think so.
And I think it was like, Mr. Vega.
Mr. Vega.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
It's my snot-nosed kid voice.
Oh, man. Colin and his cronies just pop out of nowhere. Oh, no. Here we go.
Colin, nice to see you and your friends all the way out here. What are you doing here? I don't see a library anywhere near us.
I don't know.
I was watching the Power Slim series with my friend. Ha! Mr. Vega likes wrestling. What a fart knocker. Fuck you.
What the fuck is a fart knocker?
Actually, that's pretty cool.
Okay, you want to do the whole thing?
You narrate. I'm sorry. I'm just doing these little one-off voices.
Yeah.
Shut up, dickweed.
Okay, that's a good one.
Nah, man. That's actually rad as hell. Who are you just talking to? Probably one of your stupid book nerd friends.
Actually, he was talking to his good buddy, the Eastern Dragon. All of Colin's friends gasp.
Guys, come on, he's lying. There's no way the Eastern Dragon would hang out with these losers. Oh, yeah? How did I get his autograph then?
Colin's friends lose their minds, screaming their heads off. Colin is red with anger.
See you in class, bitch.
Damn! Okay.
I feel like you could still get in trouble for that. You can't say that. Who's gonna believe you?
Hugo and I hop into the car. That's so dark, Mr.
See you in class, bitch.
Mr. Vega. I did not expect that. He had a good night, I guess.
Yeah.
It was a good date. Hugo and I hop into the car to the tune of more kids screaming. We laugh all the way home.
Listen, Mr. Vega didn't call him a bitch. Hugo called him a bitch. He's not in class right now, okay? JD Slaminger called him a bitch.
JD Slaminger. I did not expect that. That was a good date. I liked that.
Yeah. It wasn't just like we went to dinner and looked at each other's eyes and Lady Anna Trent this bitch.
Mm-hmm. All right. Keep going?
Yep.
Okay. Hugo and I descend the stairs of his home into his wrestling man cave where we both crack a beer. We're both winding down after an exciting evening. So, this isn't the first time we're at his house, but This isn't the first time Levi's at his house, but this is the first time we're at his house.
This is the first time we're at his house, and I think this might be the first time they're at his house after a date. They've been like hanging out.
So, if you were a wrestler, what would your persona be? Hugo answers immediately.
Yes.
J.D. Slimminger, my forum name. I gotta represent my literary roots. I love how, like, when he's like this, he's saying, like, till now, gotta. Like, he's not as, like, stiff.
Yeah.
Because normally he would say, I need to represent my literary roots. My costume would be a tweed coat, and my finishing move would be a catcher in the eye, where I poke the opponent's eyes out and call them a phony.
Nice. Wow.
That's fire. I've given it a lot of thought. What about you?
I would be...
Bomb Clancy, Mario Brawltally, Dad.
I feel like Dad or
Dad
Bomb
is-
Clancy.
Bomb Clancy, because he loves Tom Clancy.
That's true. Bob.
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 I would be Bob.
Just Bob. Bomb Clancy. I'd come out in a bomber jacket, aviator sunglasses, and a navy cap. My finishing move is the hunt for the red topper. Where I excuse the other wrestler of being... Are you kidding me? Where I accuse the other wrestler of being a communist and defeat them in a decades-long proxy war. I'm just now realizing that I don't know any actual wrestling moves.
You know I could teach you some. Ooh.
A smirk.
Grab his dick and twist it.
I'm game. Hugo and I square up in the center of the room, ready to go at it.
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
I'll go easy on you.
Oh.
He's got his eyebrow raised, all sexy like.
On Bomb Clancy? Absolutely not. Before I know it, I'm on the floor. Hugo wraps his legs around me and squeezes. I cannot move.
This is a figure 4 leg lock. If I were applying full force right now, you would be in extreme pain.
He effortlessly twists around again and grabs my arm. Good lord, he's strong. Any movement on my end is useless.
And this is an arm bar. Oh, arm bars are awful.
You're pretty good.
You can tap out anytime you like.
Not a chance. Hugo flips around one last time on top of me. He hooks his arm under my leg and presses his body down on my chest.
And this is me pinning you.
Our faces are inches apart right now. I can't tell if I'm breathing heavily because of the physical activity or because of something else. Go for it. Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it. Whoa!
Yeah, eggplants.
I lean forward and kiss Hugo, who seems just as surprised as I am. I pull back, a little embarrassed, but he kisses me back again, or kisses me again. He slowly releases his submission hold on me and cradles my face in his hands.
You know, I'm pretty straight, but Annie, you're going to have to leave the room.
Are you feeling it for
I'm
Hugo?
It's a little warm in here.
He presses his forehead against mine and we laugh.
I guess we both win.
Guess so. I pull him back in for another kiss. Do you have any more moves to show me?
I think I might have a few.
Ooh! A cutscene.
Eat lots of
Oh,
broccoli.
they fucked.
They fucked.
They fucked.
Bone.
Complete.
Bone. The pin.
Hey.
Daddy points and dad points are good.
I'm
S.
just rolling with the
You
light.
fucking know it because we looked up one of the answers, unfortunately. Apparently the best answer was hide in my shirt.
Is S rank a good rank? I don't know these ranks.
Yes, S rank is the best. S
It's
is
the best?
Yeah, S is the
Okay.
best. It goes S, A, B, C, D, and then usually E or F.
What do they stand for?
Super acceptable, could do better. I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
You know.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, press X to continue and we'll finish it off. Asiago getter.
Okay.
I love that. I love how even the trophies are dad puns.
No, yes, I like it. Woo. I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now.
All right. Before Amanda comes in, I think that's actually a good place to stop. Then.
All right.
All right. So thank you so much for watching. Hope that wasn't too spicy for YouTube. But please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. And we love you almost as much as Hugo loves wrestling.
Love you. Bye.